I wanted to be clear that I really don't like this gun, and I have struggled with this gun, which is not something I can say about the others in the game. Literally any other. I would feel more confident with one of the pistols than this gun, truthfully. And if this gun basically had a face, like a nose, I would honestly spend every waking moment trying to fart in it. Because it caused me that much discomfort. It caused me that much frustration. Because there are times where I feel like I am tearing into people, and the gun feels responsive, and I am just dominating, and I killed that guy, and then I killed that guy, and then I try to shoot at this guy, and then the bullets are going everywhere, and it's like I just can't control the thing. I don't feel like I deal with this with any other gun in the game. It is more prone to really weird, inconsistent gunfights than any other gun in the game, and I couldn't even tell you why. I also know that there's certain bugs that are literally tied into the weapon. For example, if you have it equipped and you are, like, evacuating a vehicle, if you're jumping out of a vehicle, you could literally lose the gun entirely, which is probably in your favor, honestly, because you're better off without it, but it's still, either way, it is what it is. Now, the one cool thing that the SCAR has going for it is its strength. It is a potent gun, and what it's designed to do is what we've seen from other SCAR options inside of the game. And, well, not the game, but the franchise, but specifically the Battlefield franchise, where they are generally more hard-hitting, refined, and slower rate-of-fire weapons, which is what the large capacity is. So early on, when I was getting unlocks for this gun, I actually preferred standard rounds. When I had those, I'd rather use the 30-round mag of standard rounds than the 20-round mag of the high-powered. I just don't feel comfortable and confident enough to get follow-up second and you know, third-person kills with a 20-round capacity. When you get up to unlocking it, though, you can unlock a 40-round extended high-powered option, and this is really what the gun does different than some of the other ARs in the game. And because of this, this thing can really just kind of pick away at people with the health. So the strength of this weapon, I really do believe, comes in the form of semi-auto. So the way I like to use this weapon, and I think the weapon is most consistent, is using this gun like you would the V-Car. Use it as a semi-auto spammable DMR. And honestly, unless I'm within 10, 15, 20 meters, if I am not in just really close quarters, to the point that I'm almost even comfortable hip firing, I do not use this thing in full auto. I find that it, again, is extremely situational and extremely temperamental in terms of just awkward recoil. Some people say they love the gun. I don't trust those people. I think that this gun is phenomenal out to distance. I believe it's a 5-shot always. Like, at minimum, you're tapping somebody for 5 shots. So putting this thing in semi-auto, maybe equipping a 2 or, you know, 2.5 times scope or something on this thing could really help you play in more of a DMR role. But I think the perk that it does have is, again, if they do get close quarters to you, if they are pushing you, you know, 5, 10, 15 meters away, you can just press a button, put this thing in a full auto, and just mow them down a lot more confidently than you would something like a DMR. But I do think that I spend about half of my gunfights in this game using it in semi-auto to other things. So the difference between this gun and many of the other ARs in the game is that those guns and their default form and their full auto, we're talking the M5, the AK, manageable recoil even in medium range, right? The AC-42 does fall off a little earlier than those two options because of the burst fire, because of the spread, but it's still more reliable than the SCAR in medium range compared to its full auto option, and I do firmly believe that. So the downfall of the SCAR is it is an extremely potent gun. It feels really good, and again, always having that confidence knowing that it's really never going to be more than, you know, 4 or 5 shots is really, really neat, especially out to distance, and I do like it out to distance over the other options. But that's why I said earlier that you would have to play to that style. If you want to place close quarters, this gun could really get you killed. It could be something that you really flourish with. It, again, is going to take experimentation, and I just don't have the confidence in this gun to not screw me. Not that I don't screw myself enough in these situations, but this gun is just very weird to me, and I am just not comfortable using it. It's the only gun in the game that I really just do not like. And that is how I feel about it. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. But this has been kind of a look at the SCAR. If you are going to use it, I recommend you spend most of the time using it in semi-auto. It's a very potent gun. It's far more manageable and reliable when it's in semi-auto. And you just need to have the trigger finger and the capabilities of taming this thing in that type of fire. But other than that, the gun has potential. I'd like to see some recoil tweaks or visual recoil tweaks in the future so that it doesn't look like it's hopping around all the time. But I think there's a way that they can put this gun in line with some of the other options out there. Maybe slow down the rate of fire, maybe make it hit a little bit harder by default. because high-powered rounds don't seem to be a substantial change on many of the guns, or even at all impacting the actual TTK or bullet damage. So I don't know. Very weird gun. Let me know what you guys think down below. I'll catch you with another 2042 video tomorrow.